Hello everyone. Today we are going to work with recorder. So make sure you take your recorder out. Now we are going to be working on a song that you know already, but first we need to warm up a little bit. So let's look at some notes. So the ones that are in green are the ones that we're going to be using today. So that's B, A, G, F sharp, and E. So B, A, and G should be familiar. And then F sharp and E might be new for us, so we're going to learn ways to work on that. So let's start by playing 4 of each note. So let's start with B, which for all of these, make sure that you're covering the hole on the bottom all the way. So 4 Bs, like this. Now all of us. 1, 2, ready, B. 1, 2, ready, A. 1, 2, ready, G. This one's a little trickier. So just like the picture, and if you look at my hands, that's 1, 2, 3, just like G. Then if you imagine all your fingers are always going to stay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you lift your pointer finger. So it's 1, 2, 3, skip 1, and then 1, 2, 3 on this hand. So with your pointer finger not down. So it'll sound like this. So F sharp, 2, 3, 4. And then the last one is E, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not skipping any, 5 in a row, just like in the picture. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, E, everyone. Great. So now let's go through one more time, playing B, A, G, F sharp, E 4 times each, right in a row. 1, 2, ready, B. And so F sharp and E are a little tricky to get to, especially getting from G to F sharp and F sharp to E. So a great way to practice is to play them as half notes, then quarter notes, and then eighth notes back to back. So I'll show you what I mean. So if you look at the picture of me, which I know I might be a little small on your screen, it'll look like this. So I'll have G, I'll show you like this, sorry. So playing them as half notes, then quarter notes, and then as eighth notes. So the exercise altogether would be something like this. And you can keep going for as long as you feel that you need until you are comfortable. So you might play something like this. G, F sharp, E. Quarters. Eighths. So you can practice like that. And if you're having trouble with only 2 of the notes, you can always just do 2 notes. So if it's just F sharp and E, you could just play F sharp and E as half notes. So now that we're a little warmed up, we are going to work on something else. So let's take a look at this. It uses all those notes that we just warmed up. So listen, or you can try to play along with me or play along on your chin, but this is what this phrase sounds like. Sorry, let me count off. 1, 2, ready, go. So these are the notes that we just learned, just a little practice with them. So now try to play with me, and I'll play slower. A great way to practice is to start slow and then get a little faster as you feel more comfortable. But there is no right or wrong way to play or a certain speed that you need to play until we're playing as a group. So when you're practicing, you can go as fast and as slow as you would like. So let's take it at this tempo. Play with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Now, I would like for you to play this exercise, and I'm going to play something else while you play that. So I'm going to count you in. 1, 2, ready, play. Great. So, do you know what I just played? Did it sound familiar at all? Perhaps, could it be a song that we know and we have even sung in class? And might it look something like this? So, I was playing In the Field Stood a Birch Tree. So the little thing that we just played is called a counter melody. So that's something that occurs at the same time that the original melody might be happening. So it's different and it has different note values and stuff, but it goes with the original melody. So now let's work on the original melody. First, let's try counting this out because the rhythms are a little faster than that counter melody that we just played together. So let's start by just reading the rhythms. So skipping the 10 measures of rest, going right to the See the Lovely Birch in the Meadow. So using our TTs, tas, and ta-ti, such as in the third and fourth line, where we have that little tricky rhythm. You have a ta-ti, a 1 and 2, and. So be on the lookout for that. So from See the Lovely Birch on tas and TTs. 1, 2, ready, go. T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, ta. T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, ta. Ta, T, 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 ta, ta. Ta, T, 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 ta, ta. Good. And also, if at any point in this video you feel like you're not quite ready for the next step, please feel free to pause or go back and practice a little bit before we move on. But so the next step is that we're going to do our tas and TTs, but with pitches. So, C, that's the first pitch. So T, sing with me on TTs and tas. 1, 2, ready, go. T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, ta. T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, ta. Ta, T, 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 ta, ta. Ta, T, 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 ta, ta. Great. So now that we have an idea of the pitches in our head, because we've sung this before on words and stuff in class, let's try to play it on the recorder. And we can go a little slower because I know it's a little tricky. So starting from the beginning, starting with our B. 1, 2, play with me. Good. And so I know the trickiest part of that is probably when you're going between the F sharps and the E's, and maybe from the G to the F sharp to the E, such as in the first and second line, so in where it says in the meadow or when the wind blows. So let's try playing just that. So it would sound like this. So let's play that on repeat together. Follow as I do. Join in whenever you're ready, and we can just keep looping it. 1, ready, go. Good. And so another place where that happens is where it says measure 15, or on the third line, you go back and forth. You go from the F sharp to the G, and then you end up going back down. So let's try playing that line slow. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. And so definitely feel free to practice that as much as you need. So let's try to play through it one more time all together. 1, 2, from the top, B. So now I am going to play the counter melody while you play the melody by yourself. So, are we ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Good. So, what are a couple takeaways that we can take from today? Maybe it would be working on our F sharp in E, the movement from G to F sharp to E, those are a little tricky. Maybe it's just working on keeping our TTs even. Maybe it's working on the ta T, because that one can be a little tricky. You might want to rush it or something of the sort. But overall, I think we did a really good job today. And so I hope you practice. And yeah, thank you.